Welcome to the delayed start of our weekly stream of the golf club. This week I'm going to show off the harvest theme. So I'm just going to jump into the course creator and take a spin around, show some of the jazz that's there. Just need to kill my feedback. There we go. So let's play some golf, eh? So I'm just going to make a quick generated course here. I'm just going to show off some of the objects, and we'll take a spin around the course creator to get a close-up look, and then we'll jump in and play one of the new courses we have coming with this. For any of your questions, just bear with me. I'm on my own here, so I'll try to pay attention to the feed and get to everybody. If I miss something, please forgive me and feel free to follow up in the forums or spam the chat or something like that. Try not to be too annoying. So this is the harvest theme. Obviously with the nice fall look to the trees. A little darker bunker textures and whatnots. Nice colorful backgrounds for your courses. Just making sure I'm up to date here. Good. So, like every other theme, we have the various trees and plants to add in. I'm just gonna. Well, it's shocking. It's basically what you're seeing in the background there is going to be available for everybody to place where they want on their course. Yes, Clive. We tried to, see if we can get more trees. It's more of a woodsy look to this course as opposed to the countryside. A little sparser tree population. A lot of the newer trees that we've added in as well appear here in the autumn look to them. So once the leaves have all changed colors and before they get really annoying and fall on the ground, you got to rake them up. So the bushes have a little more faded out look to them as well. They're not as lively as they would be early in the summer. And that's the trees. The same is true for the plants. A few other bushes here where you see the autumn colors reflected in the leaves. And the grass is same little faded out end of the year look that you see. But yeah, that's the course creator. I'm gonna get rid of some of these holes here. I'll just zoom in, sorry, so you can get a good look at the heavy rough and whatnot. But yeah, I wasn't really going to spend a lot of time in the creator today just to show this off. It's more something you can discover on your own when it's released. Plenty of new options to improve the looks of some of the courses people are making, though. So. Doyle's asking about the leaves below the trees. That is something we were looking at doing. There's a few leaves scattered around, depending on what the ground is like. That's going to be too dark to see. But for the most part, we want to go kind of light. Obviously the grounds crew's out raking the leaves and based on the amount of leaves that are still on the trees, it's not quite that time of the fall. He's asking for the new objects. 1 second here. There really isn't anything major. This is going to be the same release with the walls. So if you saw the last stream I did a few weeks ago, where we went through all the various walls and fences that we're adding into the game. The brick walls here, and the various pieces to lay them out. So if I'm gonna add this just brick wall in the middle of the woods. But yeah, Dorliv, I'm with you. I've lost a few golf balls rolling into the woods and under a pile of leaves. It's certainly frustrating when you know it's you won't be taking that penalty stroke a month earlier. So yeah, there's some of our brick walls, and then we have the let's go with one with the railing here. Let's put it. So just a quick refresher, if you will, of some of the new feature objects that are going into the course creator. I don't know off the top of my head if we have anything else major going in. So. But there you go. Ronus asking about out of bounds strokes. That hasn't been implemented yet. It's actually high up on our list to do, though. That's something I'm going to be getting to in the next little while. A couple other issues to take care of first, but that is coming. So we have no cornfields yet, Doily. Doilev. Sorry if I pronounce anybody's names wrong. Yeah, I will pass along the cornfield idea, though, to our artist, see if he can grab something. I think the issue with that would just be the quantity of corn you see, just having a negative impact on frame rate and the performance of the game might be an issue, or the trade-off of how good that's actually going to look if we do scale it down to a point where it doesn't impact that. But I do agree that would look pretty cool. So any other quick course creator suggestions, or I'm just going to jump into some gameplay here. Clive, yeah. Yeah, we still have more themes coming, so obviously tropical's on the radar. So we'll just paint out just put down some green here. It's a little darker, kind of that late in the year, more dried out dead grass look that you see. So that's sort of the theme behind the theme, if you will. We don't have any new buildings planned for this. They're pretty expensive to make and do take a lot of the time from Jim to sort of prepare to put them in the game and make sure everything works. So unfortunately, didn't have any chance to add them in, but I know adding new buildings are on the wish list at some point. So we'll probably look at hopefully one of the next updates, and will eventually include some more objects, more content, buildings, and just other things that you would see around a course that we're missing. So, area select tool is on the radar. Fusion, not sure when it's going to get in, but it is. I actually did a list of things I'd like to add in to the course creator, and that's one of the ones that was there. So at some point we will get that in for you. Okay, so I'm going to just jump over to the new course that we're launching with the theme there. There's no for Dorlev is asking about an Out of Bounds update. We don't really have an update right now. Just we're in sort of the planning out stages of how that's going to work. Hopefully we can have more news for you on that in the next couple weeks. Ruinous asks about cityscape and urban themes. That will be again, we're looking at possibly something for the backgrounds, but it's just the time to get there is not. It just hasn't been. We haven't had the time to implement those as yet. New brushes from Ramjet. There will be new brushes in the next update. Some various bunker shapes, and just odd shapes you would use for bunkers, or anything you guys come up with. Obviously, I ran through some of them in the last stream I did. Let's see. Windfix for tournaments, I'm not sure. That's sort of outside of my area. I'd have to check on the forums for that. So this is let me just get back in the game here. This is the Fernacre Club that we'll be launching with. It's built using the Harvest theme, so I'm just gonna change out some rivals here. Who's good? That'll do. I don't want to play against myself. Dorlow's asking about rougher water for the ocean areas and the Lynx theme. Yeah, crashing waves is definitely something we've discussed and would like to include. I think at some point we're going to sort of reassess how the water works and hopefully make some improvements that everybody's been looking for there. So with that, hopefully we can include some waves and just sort of surf and sort of differentiate things so everything's not like a nice calm lake in the middle of a field or something like that. A little windy out here, a little windier in the fall. I believe the wind settings will behave most of the same way that the existing autumn theme does. I'm just gonna. No one can criticize my choice of aids and all that, but that's the way I play. So. Good overhead, so you see a lot of the tree colorations. And let's get this round underway. Oh, I shanked that a little bit. Forgot to change my golfer on this machine, so I'm playing with the wrong hand. But second shot, just out of the rough. So feel free to shout out any questions you have about Course Creator or themes or just the game in general. I'll do my best to answer what I can. Quite a bit of break here. I played too much break. To be honest, I'm not sure if any of the new objects are in this course at all, Keith. I've played the course just once or twice before this, so it's still new to me. So. Well, let's start off with a par. I'm going to change my camera view. Let's turn the follow camera off, just to take in some of the sights a little more. So the second hole, another par 4. Thanks, Bob and Pat. I'll pass that on to Jim. He's done a fantastic job making this theme look great. Look really pop with the colors and everything. Let's jump up, land the shot on the fairway. A lot of wind, uphill. I think over the course of this round we'll see why I spend more of my time inside the course designer than actually playing the game. So I pulled that one too. Dorlev's asking about the theory of, I'm going to call him Dorlev, even though he corrected me. The theory of replacing the original themes. That's definitely some of the motivation. You know, it is easier. You know, it is easier on existing courses to sort of just release a new one without. You know, you don't have to worry about some new objects appearing on a previously generated course. You're not far from the truth there. We're definitely, you know, this isn't sort of a plan just to sort of delay the tropical theme or anything like that until we do a new links. I'm not sure what the schedules are. What's next on deck though. I sort of just hear from Jim what he's working on, and then just gonna play that into the wind a little. Downhill, that might be too much. So I just hear from Jim and the art guys, you know, what they need my help with. So yeah, landed that on the green. Oh, another nice, a lot of break here. Ooh. I'm seeing Lethal Migraine and we're on this discussion about getting better at putting, and I feel like that's a shot at me, but fourth hole, I believe, is one of the first par 5s on the course. Good dogleg to start. Cut the corner and set yourself up with a long shot to the green. Fusion's asking about cutting some of the unplayed published courses. That's something we've been discussing, how to make it easier to discover new courses for everybody. The I don't know what the solution is. It's not really. That's more of a database issue. Um, I know I've been pushing for a bunch of options for everybody to sort of aid the course discovery process and really help us highlight some of the good courses that are being made. I think there's a lot of them out there that are being missed, unfortunately. Ooh, that's a nasty wind. Not going to let me cut that corner at all. Well, this could end badly. Yeah, made the corner. I don't think I'm going to have any shot of the eagle, though. Yeah, that is not a forgiving wind for this hole. See, the wedge will reach. Oh, that's not good. That was a little more of an out than I needed, but I am not to Smalls there. I'm not sure where we stand right now with 900p on the Xbox. That's some of our graphics guys will have to look into that. I just it was a horrible putt. And I believe the updates are being sent off today, if they haven't already been, to Sony and Microsoft. But I am not the definitive source on that. So if it's not correct, you can't blame me. There's a bogey on a par 5. That's always fun to really inflate your score. I'm going to try to let the camera show off the holes here. I tend to skip over this myself, so if I do, please forgive me. You can see some of the those look like some of the old brushes that were used for bunkers. So it's got a tricky pin placement on this hole, but with the right approach shot, you should be in good shape. Although with the wind being the way it is, it's not going to help. So let's aim towards that bunker. Nope, fairway for this. Put the ball ahead my stance and see if I can get it on the right side of the green. Nope. A nice long uphill putt here. So yeah, nasty little frontier to this green. Let's see, let's get the legs to get up and stay up. No, it stayed up. That's good. I'll end with a par. One over after 5. It's not my best round, but certainly not the worst I've ever played this game, so. A little awkward sitting here by myself talking. Hopefully we can get somebody in, 2 people in next week. Short par 4 here. Nice. It should be a drivable green, but with the wind, that could be a little much. Screw it. It's just a video game. Big hitter. And I went too far. That'll set the score back a little. Time to lay up. Well, I'm just going to tin cup this, so hand me my 7-iron and I'll finish this off. There we go. Really should have pulled that out the first time, but oh, that's going to be. Well, let's destroy all video evidence of that hole. Move on. Move on here. Oh, I skipped over. Sorry about that. I skipped over the course pan there. So there's 2 fairways to choose from. First one, depending on how the wind is. Probably. I'm already 5 over, so let's go for it. And I mishit that. It should carry though. Down a little. Some bunker up there. Wind should help me with that. No, it didn't. Oh, we can get out of this bunker. That's. Oh. Prior to the broadcast today, I was working on some new features for the Course Creator. I can't really go into much more detail on that right now, Doylev, but hopefully the next time I do one of these, we might be able to show it off for you. So now that the Oh, I skipped over the preview again for you guys. Double dog leg here. I'm gonna... I don't think there's water there. We'll find out. Yeah, door lift. I'd like to say for sure what it was, but until we sort out the release schedule for everything, I just want to keep it close to my vest so as not to disappoint you guys. But with our with everything just put off for submission, to give me some downtime to work on some features that I'd like to add in. So hopefully, what I want is a lot of things that you guys would like to see in the course creator as well. So I guess stay tuned is the best answer for that. C5. And the wind didn't push it like I thought it was going to. That's a crazy break here. Held her light. Smalls, for the wind in the tournaments, I wouldn't know what to say. I've sort of in my course creator universe, so I'm not familiar with what's been thrown in for the tournaments, what new controls and options they've done there. I wish I could be clearer for you, but to be honest, I'm not sure. It'll be a surprise to me when I see it. So. Ninth hole. I'm horrible at letting you guys see the previews. I guess you'll have to play it when it comes out. It's 217. A lot of wind at my back. That is going to be... that's going to be too much. That's not going to be enough. Let's cross our fingers, hope that wind takes me. Keith asked about being surprised by the amount of quality courses that have come out. Yeah, I've been blown away almost from day one. You know, like I knew we had a solid tool there, but just the amount of high-end courses that people have made with it has just blown me away. I really wish I had more time to catch up with everything. I feel like not getting to play. I try to play as many of the new ones that I see come up on our forums, but I don't have the time, unfortunately, and I feel like I'm letting you guys down by at least not playing your great creations with the work we've been doing here. But hey, hold out, save the power. Fusion asks what feature would I like to add next to the course creator. There's a few things that are on my list, stuff that everybody's been looking for. You know, out-of-bounds, cart paths, just have some more control so you guys can make the courses nice and unique. Just, you know, I think just swapping out some of the textures, maybe changing the texture of the sand or mow patterns on the fairway, just the colors you see around the course, giving everybody a just those little extra little bits that you can make your course your own. That's definitely high up there on the list of things I'd like to add in. You know, I'm pushing for them, so hopefully we can get some time in the next few weeks to start implementing those and get those pushed out for everybody. 290, 10 into the wind. There's no sand up there, so thanks, Bobby Peltz. Enjoy your day at work. Hope you. And, oh. Well, that wasn't very smart shot decision making. Let's club up and Caster's looking for some information on the speed and firmness of the greens before playing. Yeah, that's something we've discussed, and I hope that at some point we'll get a chance to sort of reassess some of the details that we show you, and can include that when we do. So I'm sitting here at 4 over after the 10th. That is actually the worst score of everybody I chose, so. Here's the 11th. You can see with this theme we went a little rockier around the edges of the border of the water, and Dorley asked about the teams using Unity 5. I don't think there's been too many complaints that I've heard. I'd have to sit down and talk with them. I haven't had a chance to really pick anybody's brain with it yet. I'm looking forward to just getting it myself at home and checking it out, seeing what it can do. So it looks promising, but Fusion's asking about separating fairway and green firmness. That is on our list of things to do. I think we're looking at hopefully, well, the next 2 updates are sort of locked in stone now, but after that we'll get something there. I'm hoping to sneak that in there for everybody. I hit a horrible shot into the wind there. Give myself a long putt. Fusion also, with the intervals between the firmness and the green, that's something I was discussing with Adam, and I think that might be something we can look at including. Yeah, I don't know if it's just going to be more settings, or if we're just going to sort of turn the dial into something that's a little more analog. I am not reading breaks at all today. Coming to the 12th, and I'm running out of holes to get the score back down. That's a nice uphill hole. Get the wind going against me. The driver should be able to carry up there. Flirting with that bunker, but it should roll up short. Good. The designer of this course, I believe, was Jeremy. He's designed quite a few of the courses that we have out there. I'm 90% sure that's who did it. I couldn't tell you 100% to be honest. So he's sorry. I'm just trying to plan this shot. stuck that close. Yeah, no, it's the same designer that did Littlebrook and now I'm blanking on other course names, but there we go, in for a birdie. Coming for frostbite on that one. So, yeah, 3 over. With that snowman on number 6, I think I'm just having a good round. Keith's asking about a global slider for the heavy rough. I thought we had that in there, and I discovered the other day that it was actually missing. So it is actually in a change, ready to be submitted once we're clear with everything that's gone out. Unfortunately, it's not something I can just throw in at this stage of the game. With builds going after Microsoft, we need to make sure Microsoft and Sony, we need to make sure that everything's okay with those, and we can't just throw in whatever we want willy-nilly. But the global slider for heavy rough will be there, the same way the regular rough or slider exists. So there is some. I mean, just with the fall off of the light rough to the heavy rough, if you have light rough down, there's always going to be a bit of it around there, but that's something I'm looking at, hopefully getting to tweak as well. But yeah, it's just something that's there now to make everything look nice and not as sharp when you come to those edges. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what to hit here. So I'm just going to see what happens. Problem, Keith. Yeah, stuck on the green, but I got a good distance to go. Wow, I dropped close. Take the tap in for a power. Nice little uphill par 3. Reminds me of a little bit of a hole in the course I played this summer just outside Halifax, Nova Scotia there. Relatively flat green. That wind is going to be a challenge though. Launch that up there. And that wind is really killed it. Oh, that was not good at all. Oh, save a power here. Any other tidbits to discuss about what you want to change when revisiting water and the designer? I think that's sort of right there with the same, the list I ran through earlier, out of bounds and just and cart paths, just features that you would see along a golf course that we're still missing. Fusion's asking about a ruler tool for the course designer. That's actually also on my list as well. Some sort of ruler or marker, some system where you can just lay down some markers and figure out the distance between the points. That's that's up there as well. I'm gonna take my drive and keep going down the list here. Hopefully that wind keeps me dry. I've been following Crazy Canuck in Ela's Par 3 contests. Yeah, I have actually. Some of the I've played 4 or 5 of the courses that have been out. I need to get caught up on those, but they've been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. I try to follow along with all the course contests that are going on and stay on top of everything. It's fun to see the high-end courses that everybody turns out, and keeps the community involvement going. I'd definitely like to see HB do a course design contest. There's one sec here. I'm gonna try to stick this on the green. We have done work with some golf magazines over the UK for a course contest. But yeah, it's something I hope we can do is just run some of our own to get everybody involved in. Obviously, I don't think we'd be able to. That was just a brutal putt. I don't know what I was thinking there. I don't think we're going to be able to cap the entry like you guys do, so it might be. It's definitely going to be more of a challenge for. More of a challenge for us to sort of go through, hopefully hundreds of entries if we have that many people interested, as opposed to just the 15 or 16. But it's definitely a challenge we'd be willing to take part in. So, well, that ruined the back nine there. Hopefully, try to make things up. But there you go, a 5 and a 3 to finish off. Hopefully, I can salvage a good score. Who won today's golfer competition from ages ago? To be honest, I'm not sure. I think Anthony was overseeing that, so might not be a bad idea to ping him on the forums. Just everybody send him hundreds of personal messages about it. He'll love that. So. Nice par 5, protected by water there, so it's going to be a tricky approach to make eagle. Got the wind with me though, so I think if I aim for the bunker on the left, I should be able to carry. Let's stay in the middle of the fairway. Oh, that's going to be. That was tight. Well, I got burned by this before, but that's gonna be. I'm not too confident that slope there to go the direction I want it to. Let's just 5-wood it up to the turn and go for a birdie. I stuck it in the bunker. A little more club here. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, kind of nice downhill slope. And in for a birdie. Doily asks, what's the one feature I want in the golf club that will never see the light of day until the next gen of consoles are released? That's hard to say. Well, next gen of consoles, that's a tough call, seeing as this current generation just came out. I'd, I'd like to think that everything we want is feasible. Or, it's just the time and resources is our biggest constraint. Yeah, just for something we can't do, I don't see anything off the top of my head. So, hopefully I don't sound like I'm evading the question, but it's just everything. It comes down to resources and time for us, which is the biggest obstacle, not so much the consoles themselves. Just gonna put this into that bunker at the front of the green. Yep. That's a nasty shot over there. I wasn't too bright on that one. I'm going to I'll take that. Just go through the list. Great to have sand go right to the water's edge. Yeah, I spoke with Jim about that. It's something we might try to look at implementing in the next round of updates. There's a bunch of little minor things we can throw in. Just sort of give you control of the drop off of that area, I hope. Sorry, I'm going to try to get caught up in some of your questions here. I've been engrossed in this round. The one feature, anybody know how far a driver would go into a 25 mile per hour wind in the game? I don't, not off the top of my head. It takes several seconds for the course creator to update when placing each surface object. Any plans to reduce quality mode? There's some way to make this quicker. We're always looking for ways to optimize that. So there are plans not to forget about it. Wireframe is interesting. I know I've been in discussions with getting some sort of layering system in, so you can just see the fairway brushes that you've placed, or the rough, and sort of hide everything else. There might be some way to leverage that to speed things up if you were just, say, painting fairways. So that's we're never going to stop trying to optimize that and make that better. So let me hit my drive and I'll get to Doyley's question about moving traffic and taller greens. This is sort of actually how I'm going to play this hole. I think I might try to cut those. What am I, 3 over? Yeah, let's live on the edge. Oh, hit something. Yeah, that'll learn me. Moving traffic and taller grasses. I assume that's with the next gen stuff. Definitely. Yeah, I guess some of the issues around the grass might be a little limited, but I still think with some more time to sort of reassess how we do things, we can find ways around taller grass. Getting traffic in sort of an active background, that's something that would be nice to do. I think for a long-term goal, that'd be right up there. But club up a bit in this deep stuff. Yeah, that's definitely a long-term goal that may never see the light of day. But I don't think that's something that necessarily requires the entire new generation of consoles. It's just, proper implementation. You should be able to solve these issues. So I'm pitching out of the green for birdie. Go down a club. Hopefully the wind should help. Different elevations for water is definitely something on the agenda to look into. I realize that's obviously one of the biggest pieces missing from the course creators, to get some ponds at different level, or a nice stream that's running down the side of the hill. Oh, settle for a bogey to finish. There we go. That's my round of 76. Luckily, the Jason Ventura and Dale Lincoln there had horrible back nines, so I have some bragging rights over them. Let's see if I missed any questions. Like to holographic courses would be amazing. I think that's a few generations away. Fusion, thanks for answering questions. No problem. Thanks for coming through with the questions and showing the interest. Anything else? I think we're just about ready to wrap up here after the delays. Anybody else have any quick questions to fire off? I'll stick around for a couple more minutes. Any updates to global objects? Not sure off the top of my head. I have to check with Jim. We've set it up so that he can just add new objects to the course creator and doesn't necessarily have to give me the heads up about it. He usually does, but my memory's not what it used to be sometimes. So I think there might be some new flowers going in there, but don't quote me on it. Jake Othran seems to like this course. Good to hear. Yeah, I do really like this theme. It's a fun one to play around in here. Like the color and the once the leaves change colors, definitely does make for interesting backgrounds, and I think that really helps make the course pop out at people. So. And just thoughts on changing the bright yellow that appears where the brushes are laid down. Yeah, Keith, that's something else on the list. I'm hoping with the layers I can do some tweaking to change those to maybe not be just the solid yellow. It is frustrating when you're trying to tweak a green sometimes, when it just gets covered up with just a solid blob of yellow. Yeah, I'm hoping I can go into either just tweak the color so it's not, maybe it has some transparency on it, or you'll just see an outline or something like that. But yeah, I think that is something, a bit of an eyesore at some points that we can address. Could you ask someone to post a list of plant updates, features in the forum sometime? I think, yeah, I can ask someone. I don't know if it'll happen. Hopefully once we get the updates with season mode out in the spring, that's I think we're gonna sort out where we're gonna go from there, and hopefully we can share that information with you guys. So I'm gonna just the course rankings. So yeah, there's one last question just jumped in. And of course menu, sculpt, land, and create surfaces menu are the two most used things. The course designer and thoughts improving the UI by bringing quicker switching between these. I don't think there's nothing major planned to change the UI around. The big issue we have is what we do for PC has to work on consoles as well. If there's, I'm definitely not opposed to doing something, and I think there might, if somebody has a good idea of how we can improve things, I'm all ears, and I'll see what I can do. I'd like to find as many shortcuts in there for everybody. Maybe we can add the like a quick shortcut to the create surfaces menu and some carousel menus and vice versa. But nothing's been planned for it. But like I said, it's certainly not out of the realm of possibilities. So. Okay, so I guess I'm going to wrap things up here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another one of our Twitch streams, and hopefully with minus the technical difficulties at the start. If you have any other questions, by all means, hit me up in the forums, or I'm more than willing to discuss things, and hopefully we can keep building this game to be better and better. So, thanks very much.